In this lesson, we're going to be going over how Vue handles lists and multiple objects that might be contained within your data. And this is really truly one of my favorite things about Vue because it's just so easy how we can do this. So first of all, I want to create a data object with multiple items there. So maybe we can call it something like items and create an array object. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, and so on. So we could do just we'll have 4 items there within that data array. So let's take a look. I left in that part where we're outputting the data within JSON format. So we'll go over and refresh it, and we see that we've got this list of items here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and when we list it out here, we have all these items available to us in the array. And this is going to be the really amazing thing about Vue because it's just going to be really cool and easy to add in this list. So I'm going to treat it as an unordered list, and I'm going to create list items. And this is going to be our first look at this directive. And it's a really powerful one because it allows us to loop through all the items within that object. And the directive is called v-for. And essentially it's a for loop, so it's going to loop through, it's going to take items in items. So this is what it's going to treat that object information as item, and then we can utilize that in that output there. So, and it's going to loop through the data object items containing all that information in item. So let's take a look at this now, and as we loop through it, we're just going to list out item, and I'll show you how this is going to look. So let's open up our browser and loop through it, and we see that all those items that are available within that object are immediately looped through, and we can take a look at those and utilize those within our code. So really easy and really cool to do. Now we can take this a few steps further where we can have these items and they can contain multiple values here, so more as an object array here. So right now we've just got a simple array, so I'm going to transform this one to hold multiple values. So maybe we've got an ID, and I'm going to give it an ID of 1, and maybe we'll do something where we've got that output, and the output is going to be 1 there as well. And then all we have to do is just duplicate this out. Just trying to think of a quick way to do this because I don't want to spend too much time doing that. And give it an ID of 2. Save it. It's going to get reformatted there. So this one time it's going to have an output of 3, and then 1 more there for the output of 4. And just make sure it's all formatted properly. ID of 3, ID of 4. And now let's take a look at this. So now we need to make one update here because we have to be more specific what we want to output. So if we want to output that output value that's contained within that item object, then we just need to specify that the name value, the name pair that we want to output there. So let's refresh it, and we can see we've got the exact same results. And as we loop through all these items, we get to take a look at them and we can call them out as needed. So if we want to do item, maybe we want to do that ID, we can pull that out as well, and maybe do an equal sign or something like that, and show you how this loops out. So we can see that it lists out the ID, and then it lists out the value, that output value that's being output there. And again, we have all of this information contained within this object array. And we see we've got this array 4 items, and there's 4 objects in there, and we're just calling through to that object value as we're going through the list. And Vue just makes it really easy to loop through all these items. And of course, as items are gonna change and update, it's gonna update because this data is now bound to the Vue instance. So we have the ability to update content on the fly as needed. Even go down here and we can push something into that array. So if we want to push something into that items array, just use JavaScript function push, and Just going to make sure that we're containing that object in that same format. So we've got the ID of 5, and we've got an output of new item. I'll show you how that shows up within our output. So let's go back out to the browser, refresh it, and we see that immediately that gets added in, and it's contained within that items object, and this is just a new one that we've added in. So of course there's better ways to add this in using Vue, and we're going to be looking at that in the upcoming lesson. And as well, the really cool thing about Vue and the way it lists out all of these items is that it also gives us the ability to filter. And filters are going to be another really cool function that's just going to blow your mind when you see how easy it is to apply these filters. And we can even create custom filters. So that's all coming up in the next set of lessons. I'm going to show you how to filter this and update our output directly with Vue.